Hey, what's going on guys? We got an X and Y Wi-Fi battle for you today up against Erica, and I'm totally digging Erica's team because I'm seeing that Ampharos. I haven't seen Mega Ampharos in a really long time, so it's really refreshing to see Ampharos. And if that Ampharos is Mega, it turns out that she has 3 Dragon types, so pretty fucking scary. And I'm packing a pretty cool team myself too. This is an old battle, so you get to see some of my old pokes, such as my Rotom, my Alakazam, and of course my Nidoqueen. So good stuff, good stuff. So anyways, yeah, looking at her team, she also has that 2 Gen 6 Pokemon, so really refreshing to see Gen 6 Pokemon. I need to see more Gen 6 Pokemon, honestly. So Erica is gonna lead off, and she's gonna lead off with her Ampharos. And like I mentioned, I'm not sure if this is Mega or not when I fought this, so it's a pretty bad switch for me anyway, so I'm gonna have to switch out. And it turns out she doesn't Mega, so still don't know if she's Mega or not. I'm gonna switch out because, well, I can't really do shit to it, so gonna have to switch out. And gonna switch into my Nidoqueen in case that she wants to zap me. And she goes for Confuse Ray, so pretty awesome there, because Confuse Ray will pretty much hit anything on my team. So regardless if I switched out or not, the Confuse Ray was an excellent play on her part. She doesn't want to get Earth Powered or anything, but little does she know that this Nidoqueen is not a special Nidoqueen, it's a physical Nidoqueen. That's right, it's a physical. I do have a special Nidoqueen, but I also like to run a physical Nidoqueen. Turns out pretty well. Anyways, I don't want to get Ice Beamed or anything like that, so I'm gonna switch out, or I don't want to get Muddy Watered, whichever. Gonna switch back into my Rotom-W because, well, it counters either Ice Beam or Muddy Water. I feared that it was the Muddy Waters because I don't want to get my accuracy dropped. It really sucks because he avoids my full switch now. Now that I did not switch out, he's gonna hit me up with a really powerful outrage, and it's a critical too. But luckily I live. Could have went for another volt switch, but I didn't want to risk missing, so I'm gonna switch back out into my Ferrothorn to eat up this outrage really nicely. It'll do literally nothing, and plus my Iron Barbs and Rocky Helmet will do so much to this Goodra's recoil damage. So freaking awesome there. My Rocky Helmet and Iron Barbs did more than that Goodra's outrage, so that's really hilarious. Even more hilarious is that this Goodra is trapped into outrage, so yeah, she's gonna get hurt some more, and it gives me an opportunity to set up Rocks and Leech Seed. So maybe not the Leech Seed because this Goodra might have Sap Sipper, but I do get to set up my Stealth Rock. So yeah, there you have it, guys. Lesson learned: do not go outraging so early in the game because you're gonna give opportunities for a Ferrothorn to set up Stealth Rocks. Now she broke out a Confusion, so she's free to switch out. So I'm so glad this Goodra does not have Fire Blast or Flamethrower, whichever. She's gonna send out back her Ampharos. I'm not sure what this Ampharos can really do to me, but you know, I decided to just go for a Leech Seed anyways in case she did stay in or switch out. So glad she switched out because I'm not even sure if that Goodra is Sap Sipper or not. So risky derp play on my part, but it worked out pretty well. Now, I really don't know what this Ampharos is going to do, but I'm still going to switch out because I can have a better switch out. I can switch back into my Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen can take pretty much anything. It's going to go straight for the Confuse Ray. So I'm thinking maybe this Ampharos is a Parafusion Ampharos, so it's still a good play to switch back into my Nidoqueen so that this Ampharos cannot Thunder Wave or use Discharge on me. She's gonna switch out because I'm pretty sure the only thing she can really do to me is just use Confuse Ray. So she's gonna switch into Salamence, expecting an earth-shattering earth attack. It drops my attack, which it does matter because the Nidoqueen is physical. Hit myself in confusion though, so that kind of blows. Now I don't want to get Earthquake, so I'm gonna have to switch out. It's kind of fearing the Dragon Dance, but whatever. I'm gonna switch into my Tamago too to expect that Earthquake. Instead she goes straight for a Fly. I'm like, god damn, I should have just stayed in. Gonna hit me up with that Fly. It's not gonna do too much because I am a physical wall, so I'm gonna use that Toxic. Great opportunity for him to come back from flying, and so I can land that Toxic. Really cool there. Gonna grab some more leftovers. Sometimes I do like to run Rocky Helmet on my Mandibuzz, but leftover is pretty good too. So now he's gonna get hurt by Toxic, so everything's falling into my planet, except this is a mixed Salamence. So he uses Dracometer and it misses. Like, holy shit. I went for the ruse because I thought he's gonna use Outrage, but I'm so glad he misses Dracometer. So now I can easily predict that Draco Meteor and send out my Ferrothorn again. I'm just fearing that the Salamence, please do not have Fire Blast or Flamethrower. Otherwise, I'm gonna be one burned ass cactus. Gonna use Draco Meteor, but it will do literally nothing. The special attack is dropped, so maybe I can even live one Fire Blast. Who am I kidding? No, I don't think I can. So she turns out she's gonna switch out. So yeah, I don't think she has Fire Blast or Flamethrower. Not to mention, she has a ton of HP loss coming from that Leech Seed and Toxic. Switching to Magmortar, so she ain't playing no games here. I'm just gonna use Leech Seed in case she did want to switch out. So lately, well not lately, now she's probably gonna hit me up with that fire attack. So Erica is not playing any games, so I'm gonna have to switch out. Don't want to over predict. Gonna switch back into my Nidoqueen. Nothing in my team really wants to take a fire attack, so I'm just gonna switch into my Nidoqueen, see how well I can take it. And surprisingly, I take it pretty well. It's gonna be a 2-hit KO, especially with those Leech Seeds that I'm gonna recover from. So actually a 3-hit KO. Did I say 2-hit KO? Yeah, 3-hit KO. So it turns out this Magmortar is also a mixed Magmortar. It goes straight for the Giga Impact, and it does pretty much the same amount as my yeah. the Fire Blast. So I went for the Rock Slide in case the Salamence wants to come out, but she says I stay in, so awesome there. Gonna send out the Goodra now, and I'm fearing the Muddy Water, so naturally I'm just gonna let it die because, well, I mean, I don't want anything to get dropped by accuracy, and Nidoqueen has that such low HP anyways, thanks to the Magmortar's ridiculous Giga Impact, so gonna have to let my Nidoqueen die, but that's okay because now I can bring out something fresh without having to fear that my accuracy is dropped. Gonna switch into my sex toy because she keeps switching out, so I'm pretty sure she doesn't have any fire attacks, so she's gonna switch out. So I'm also predicting that this Goodra does not have Sap Sipper. Gonna use Leech Seed now and send out her Aurorus, and that Stealth Rocks did so much to this Aurorus, so I'm so glad I set up Stealth Rocks so early, since it affected that Aurorus and that Magmortar. Well, it affected her whole team, but yeah. Gonna grab some more Leech Seed damage. Things are looking pretty awesome here. Not sure what this Aurorus can really do to me. And turns out this Aurorus has Hyper Beam, so it's gonna be a Refrigerate, Ice type Hyper Beam. It's gonna do neutral to me, so it's gonna hurt, but not too much. Gonna use my Gyro Ball, which is hilarious because it's gonna be 4 times, so it's gonna easily take out this Aurorus, so pretty awesome there. I don't really usually one-hit KO stuff with Ferrothorn, but when I do, it's so hilarious and so fun. I'm gonna send out her Ampharos now. Like I mentioned, not sure what this Ampharos can do, but I'm pretty sure a neutral attack would kill me, so I want to save it just maybe later. I'm gonna send out my Sableye because why the fuck not, you know? It's gonna probably use Confuse Ray or some shit, so at least maybe I can taunt it and maybe can stop using Confuse Ray. Or I'm carrying the substitute, probably not the taunt. Anyway, it's gonna break some mold now. I'm gonna go straight for Signal Beam, so which is great. I'm so glad she does not use Confuse Ray. So now I have the opportunity to set up a sub, so in case she wants to use Confuse Ray. But before I do, I'm just gonna use Recover because I'm kind of scared that this Ampharos is gonna do a shit ton of damage, and it turns out that his Thunder, and I avoid. I'm like, ah, fuck yeah, so good. I'm gonna use Will-O-Wisp because, well, honestly, I'm just gonna use that residual damage, but I missed, so I did not expect I was gonna miss, and I also did not expect that Thunder was gonna hit, so it does a shit ton. I'm gonna have to use Recover now to hope that his Thunder does miss, so grab half of my HP back, so I can live one more Thunder, but not well. It's gonna hit me up, and it'll zap me, burn me into a crisp, and I live it with like 7 HP, so things aren't looking too good here. If I go for another Recover, I won't be able to live one, so I kinda have to hope that his Thunder will miss, so gonna use Confuse Ray though, so I should have saw that miles away and just went for Taunt or whatnot. Not even sure if I'm running Taunt or Substitute in this game, because sometimes I like to switch it up with my Sableye, so yeah, I'm gonna be confused now, so things aren't looking too good. I don't want to hit myself in confusion and then get hit by Thunder, so I'm not a gambler. I'm gonna switch into my Spoon, because I know I can take one Thunder, and then I can revenge kill it. He's gonna hit me up with the Thunder, and he hits, so good thing I did switch out. And he gets a Paralysis, so good job on his part there. I'm gonna just use Mega Evolution. I'm pretty sure he still outspeeds me, but yeah, a Paralyze Alakazam is pretty much useless, so that's why I decided to just let my Alakazam die. Gonna trace his Mold Breaker though, so that's pretty cool, but turns out that he does outspeed me, so he's gonna finish me off with a Power Jam. So yeah, this Ampharos, it has Power Gem, Signal Beam, Thunder, and Confuse Ray, so doesn't even have Thunder Wave, so yeah, gonna send out my Sex Toy now because I know I can live at least one attack, so not really sure what to do here, since this Ampharos can really, you know, withstand both of my stabs, so I just thought, okay, let's just Leaf Seed. If I die, at least I can send something out, you know, to absorb more Leaf Seeds, so. Or I can just switch them, you know, have them switch out, so. Yeah, Mega Ampharos is way too strong, man. It's way too bulky and strong, so. It's ridiculous. Gonna switch into my Rotom Watch now because my Rotom Watch can outspeed this. Gonna use Hydro Pump because I didn't want to use Thunderbolt because he is resisted, you know, 4 times, even if he does have that spike of HP. Mega Ampharos is way too bulky, so I did not want to risk it and go for a Thunderbolt. Even though Hydro Pump was a risk, but yeah, at least I hit, so that was pretty awesome. Gonna switch into her Goodra now, and I can't do anything, and I'm locked into Choice Specs. So I'm just gonna use Hydro Pump and just kinda fodder off my Rotom Watch. Gonna use Outrage, so there's a good opportunity now. I can bring out my Ferrothorn, and this Goodra can just hurt itself with Iron Barbs and Rocky Helmets, so I don't know why she keeps, you know, trapping herself. But, you know, instead of using Ferrothorn, I'm just going to use into Greed because I want to get that burn to pretty much render this Goodra useless so I can send out pretty much anything else. I'm going to use Outrage now, but it's not going to hurt anymore since this Goodra is burned. So yeah, that absolutely did nothing. And Outrage is a huge and powerful attack too. So now I'm free to just kind of stall it out, use some recovers, and go for Nightshade, you know, all that fancy jazz. Gonna get her some more burn damage, so things are looking pretty good. Things are looking according to plan. I'm gonna use Recover, my Prankster Recover, so I'm gonna be almost at full, and this Goodra's burned Outrage will literally do nothing, only do a fraction of Sableye. What do you guys think of Mega Sableye? Mega Sableye, I believe Mega Sableye's ability is Magic Bounce, so it's no longer Prankster, so yeah, I have mixed feelings for Mega Sableye because honestly, I like Sableye. I like regular Sableye. I love Prankster. I love that Prankster Recover. I love that Prankster Will-O-Wisp. So, not sure how I feel about Magic Bouncing Mega Sableye. I mean, it's gonna be a completely different way to play, but you know, I'm gonna use Substitute now because he is burned, and not to mention she is confused. So it's a good opportunity for me to set up Substitute. So. As I hope, that Goodra did hit itself in confusion, so it's pretty fucking awesome. So even though if she did hit, she wouldn't even break my sub because she is burned, so she has so few HP that left that one more burn will kill it. So I decide, why bother attacking it when I can just use Recover? Since this Goodra will outspeed me if I go using an attacking move, so she's still in confusion, and she doesn't hit herself in confusion. She uses Power Whip, but of course I avoid it, so not really sure why she went for Power Whip anyways, because it would not break my sub, but I guess it's better than being trapped. And it turns out that she has a little bit more HP left, and she snaps out confusion and goes for her second Power Whip, so I'm like, okay, that's fine, but yeah, that's not gonna do anything. So I thought, okay, I can just go for a Nightshade and just end your misery right here. Could've went for Recover and maybe healed like, what, 2 HP, but why waste my recovers, right? She's not gonna send out her Salamence, and pretty much it's a checkmate here. Can't burn it though, but I am behind a sub, so naturally the Salamence will die to my Nightshade, or it'll just die to a burn. Honestly, gonna use Crunch, but yeah, it does fade my Substitute since I was Power Whipped earlier. Now I'm free to just use Nightshade and finish off the Salamence, so pretty awesome there. I mean, pretty scary team. You know, it got like 3 dragons, but you know, if you got Sableye chilling in the back and she has like the rest of her team are just all physical attackers, it's a pretty conclusive game. I'm gonna use my Will-O-Wisp, and she's gonna go straight for a Crunch. Not really sure why. Could have went for Earthquake to do more damage. Surprisingly, Crunch does more than I expected, so might be able to just break my sub with a Crunch, or at least she'll break my sub with Earthquake, that's for sure. I'm gonna use Substitute just to see if he can break my sub. And he did just go for Earthquake this time, so let's see if he does break my sub or not. Take some damage, and he does break my sub, so Yeah, but honestly, I can just use recover, so it's not too big of a deal. So here I thought I'm just gonna troll her a little bit. Seeing that I do have that Mandibuzz chilling back, I thought, well, she might just use Earthquake, so why the hell not? Let's just bring out my Mandibuzz and see if she goes for Earthquake, and it turns out she does, so that's really hilarious. So now I'm free to just stay in with my Mandibuzz and just go for foul plays and whatnot, but then I thought, wait a minute, shit, usually Krookodiles have Stone Edges, so gonna switch back into my Sableye, and it turns out, yep, she does have Stone Edge, so my Sableye will take it so much better. And that still did nothing, so I'm pretty sure she's gonna resort using Crunch or Earthquake, so I thought, okay, well, I can switch back into my Mandibuzz, but you know what, before I do that, let me just use Recover, because I don't want her to get any lucky crits or anything. So she keeps using Stone Edge, so she's predicting that I'm gonna switch into my Mandibuzz, but she misses, so I'm thinking maybe she'll stop using Stone Edge, so why the fuck not? I'm gonna use Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz needs more screen time. Anyways, you guys need to see Mandibuzz, just how good she is. But she keeps using Stone Edge. I'm like, wow, that's really funny. I wonder how much PP she has on her Stone Edge, so yeah, if she's gonna keep using Stone Edge, I'm gonna switch back out, so pretty much at this point, this Krookodile is no longer useful anymore, and the game is bad, but I just like to play around because I'm a big prankster like that, so yeah. Sableye and Mandibuzz doing work, so here I'm just gonna let Burn die since this Krookodile will attack before me, so there's no point for me to use Nightshade, so I can just really use a substitute and let that burn damage finish off this Krookodile. So before I do that though, I'm gonna grab some more leftovers, and yeah, so there you have it. That was a pretty awesome battle coming from Erica. Really cool Pokemon, totally digging the Ampharos and the Aurorus, so it's really refreshing to see Aurorus, especially when it has Refrigerate, so thumbs up for Aurorus, man. And if you guys like this battle, please leave that awesome like, comment, and subscribe for more X and Y Wi-Fi battles.